Hey, welcome back to Zombie Tactics. I recently passed a milestone on the channel, and it kind of happened without me even paying attention to it. And I wanted to mention it, and at the same time, talk about some things that I think bear talking about at this time. The milestone is that I reached 1 million total views on YouTube. Now, let's put that in perspective. Oh, by the way, I also reached 12,000 subscribers. Let's put that in perspective. That's a big deal for me personally. It is not a big deal in the grand scheme of things. I used to be in radio briefly, and I can tell you that the demographics of that are such that it works out that if I had that kind of listenership on a radio program, I'd probably be on the second or third most popular station in a really small town, the part of the day when hardly anybody's listening. So it's not the kind of thing that I'm out there going, hey, look at me, 1 million views. That's just not how I work. And along those lines, even though it's a big deal for me and I realize that it's not a big deal in the grand scheme of things, I wanted to talk about some things based upon email and personal messages that I sometimes get, especially when I disagree with somebody on a particular topic regarding something, either in one of the gun forums that I talk on or that I post on, or some of the videos I do and the comments that I get on them. And I will get comments like this. They will say, well, oh, you think you're such a big, important person because you're on YouTube. Or, oh, you think you're a big deal because, you know, you've got 1 million views, or you've got 1,000 people watching you, or this many, you know, whatever. And in relationship to that, I think of Val Kilmer in the movie Tombstone. And in that movie, he plays the part of Doc Holliday. And there's a point in time in there, and I don't remember the exact scene, but he says to some guy who's trying to kill him, probably Ringo, somebody or other, well, I'll be your Huckleberry. Now, see, I just said it the way he said it in the movie. And what most people think he says is, I'll be your Huckleberry. We'll get to that in a second. But in the script itself, and Val Kilmer himself has borne this out as well in interviews, he doesn't say, I'll be your Huckleberry. He says, I'll be your Hucklebearer, which is an Old West term, a slang term that meant undertaker. Like, I'll be the guy that'll bury you. Well, you're going to take me on? I'll be the guy that'll bury you. I'll be your Hucklebearer. But the way it comes out when he says it, it sounds like he's saying, I'll be your Huckleberry. And some people take that term in the way that it is meant as an Old English term. And that term in Old English meant all kinds of different things, like, I'll be your champion, I'll be your hero, I'm the man for the job, and also it kind of meant, in a sense, I'm the one you're looking for. So it could work in that way too, kind of like, well, I'll be the guy I'm the guy you're looking for a fight, that kind of thing. But it also meant, I'll be your hero. I'm the man for the job. I'm the guy who knows what I'm doing. And I don't ever want to give anybody the impression on this channel that I think of myself that way. That I think of myself as this all-knowing, all-powerful, all-seeing guru or something, that, you know, you come to me and I'll tell you the way that it is. Let's put this in perspective. I'm a 52-year-old guy with three children, a wife, a dog, too many cats. I've got a bad back, I've got arthritis, I've got a skin condition, I'm nearsighted, and I'm bald. I am not anyone's hero. If I have anything going for me, it's that I have some life experience and I've done some things that, if you find them interesting at all or you find them worth watching the channel, I'm grateful more than anything else. I've done a lot of firearms training. I think that gives me some perspective on things having to do with firearms. I've been shooting guns for several decades. I think that gives me some perspective on that. I've been a prepper since I've been about 12 years old. Maybe that's an interesting subject for a video sometime. So I've got some perspective on that. And just, you know, the basis for having an opinion other than just making up crap off the top of my head. And all that I ever think I'm doing is maybe making some interesting commentary and giving you to waste a little bit of time in an entertaining fashion where you can spend 5-10 minutes and watch some dork on YouTube speaking his mind. If I'm really, really lucky, I'll end up teaching somebody, and somebody will end up learning something. And that's like, if I'm really, really lucky, I'll get it right, and that'll happen. And I'm really grateful if that ever happens. But I'm definitely not your Hucklebearer, meaning I'm not your undertaker, and I'm definitely not your hero. I definitely don't think of myself as somebody who's puffed up with pride and thinks that I've done great things and acts of daring do, and you should all be, oh, we're not worthy, we're not worthy. So I don't ever want to give anybody that impression. And honestly, going forward on the channel, that is one thing I want to get very, very straight. If you watch what I do here on this channel, I really am grateful, but I'm not looking to be your hero, nor do I think of myself as your hero or your unquestionable authority and expert on everything that I talk about. In that sometimes people get that a little bit confused, maybe because I speak forcefully or express my opinions well, or just because I'm on YouTube and they're not. I don't know. That's not a big deal. It's $60 for a video camera, and you too can do this kinds of nonsense. But I thought that needed to be clear going forward on the channel, and so hopefully it is now. I am not your Huckleberry. I am not your hero. But let's all have fun with this. That's Zombie Tactics for tonight, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.